Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Kodash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Salutation to all the archeums out there, pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. This is your brother Yashad back at you with another lesson willing to define to the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai. So this here is based upon uh, an article I saw here, and I myself, apart from my job as a fisherman, because I go to the brother Yardan and the brother Howard and fish, so I know the struggles, I know the fights always be out there, it, it's not an easy thing to go out there and spend whole night. You toiling net whole night, yeah. And I came across this article here. Deadly pirate attack Clarksonville fisherman found tangled in net. Because while we out in the sea, we hearing a lot of people getting robbed and killed in the sea. Especially Clarksonville. Something about Clarksonville side is like is 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 regular men getting killed and engine being taken. Because both engine and coolers and all these things are expensive things. So with a lot of people losing their jobs, crime rate actually booming. Crime trade actually escalating, because apart from the rampant robberies upon the land, that the robbery started and theft, it started escalating the sea now. Because all of that right there is just to show you the times that we're living in. And it's gonna actually get worse. Because when gas price is so high and fishermen always have gas, because I their job they had to fill up the pan, which right now it costs now it's $600 to fill your pan right up. So a lot of robbery is gonna be taking place. More and more. It's a deadly pirate attack. Clarksonville fisherman found tangled in net. President of Clarksonville Fishing Association, Nicholson Cicheran, has lamented the death of a fisherman whose body was found after an apparent attack at sea. The victim is Clarksonville resident Lennox Joe Field. According to Cicheran, Joe Field went out to sea on Wednesday night and was not seen again. On Thursday afternoon, the owner of the vessel started searching for him. However, Joe Field nor the boat could be found. Sometime later, the boat owner was contacted and informed that his vessel was in possession of customs officers in San Fernando. Cicheran said the man went for his boat and found that the engine, fishing net, cooler, cover, and life jacket were missing. He hoped Joe Field was floating on the cover with a life vest, and that is it, because a lot of these robberies being taken place is for the engine for the boat, because the engine's very expensive, right? Yeah, I mean, and that's just it, these killers out there is like, as the scripture said, the heart of many waxing cold. I mean, you done You don't come and rob the man the engine, at least leave him in the boat. He could be able to throw the anchor and somebody could pick him up upon the land. Some other boatman could be able to see him. But some of them is why you jump overboard and all these things. That is death. You can't no branch out there. Why you telling a man jump over the boat, jump over jump into the water? That is death because the currents out there, you know. And then after a while swimming, you can get cramp up. And then you'd see a search and rescue mission was launched as a result. 4 vessels left Clarkson to find Joe Field. They split up, heading Cuba and South Trinidad. One of the search teams spotted the net 3 nautical miles from the Paria jetty, and 2 boats went to reel it in. Sadly, Joe Field's body was spotted tangled in tow. Yeah. So it's like when he jumped out, right, and wheresoever he was swimming, the net, because the net does drift, with the currents, and it's according to the tide. It's like either he swam into the net or the net drift into him, and he get tangled up. There were alleged marks of violence on his body. It's so ridiculous that we don't know for what reason. In 2 weeks' time, this is about 5 incidents that took place. The president of Clarkson Lake Fishing Association said. He also recalled that in 2018 the captain of his boat was tossed into the sea. Sea Chairman remembered that the association held a meeting with the Minister of National Security, Fitzgerald Hines, and discussed a base in Cali Bay. And alright, we need something as soon as possible. He continued. Over the last 2 weeks, Citroen said fishermen have stayed away from the sea due to attacks. So because again so serious that a lot of people seen that it's real dangerous out there. I mean, you going out there to make an honest living and somebody coming to take your life. Because what is going when they come for the engine, some of them does try to fight back, but I mean, if the Yabashim that before us, we had to use with all wisdom, agree with your adversary quickly. Or some of them is look at it as a carnal way and try to fight back and end up dying quickly or get thrown overboard. It goes on to say, he said they are struggling to take care of their family. This is appealing for government intervention. Fishermen have their family to see about. School now open. What about food on the table? Yeah, and that is just the thing. It's all about food on the table because these these criminals, they looking for that bread, right? And their trade is to take what you have. I mean, hey, let me bring these scriptures out one time. Alright. Let's see. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their house and with the sword and spoil their goods. Yeah, and that what took place there. These pirates had no pity upon his neighbor. I mean, you don't take the engine, allow him to live, remain in the boat. You throw him over to die, but shall destroy their house with the sword and spoil their goods because the lack of bread and for tribulation. Because things actually getting more hard. Prices raising. That's why a lot of people resorting to crime. A lot of people, crime was a little sideline work for them. Although they had a little small job, but that bring in extra bread. But now they lost that little job now. They fully resort to that. you know. And here it is in, I think it was Chicago, somewhere there, where they're looking to lease certain acts against criminals and get rid of the cash, get rid of the bail system, you know. So certain crimes, the prisoners gonna be released, and that gonna bring in a lot more criminals upon the up into the whole meds, you know. And they being out there, all they were meditating is their crime, you know. So I have another scripture, Ecclesiastes 8 and verses 11. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Yeah, and hey, this is gonna extensify more, especially when they bring out an act, you know, um, with the cash bail and any crime. It's gonna be 2 days. They had to wait until the police address, because although that might be up there, that order is gonna pass throughout many countries, you know. Yeah, and hey, that's just it. Because a lot of criminals get away, because hey, it's all corruption in this place. You know, one of my school, pal. Well, he's not even my pal anymore. You know, my partner from school days. You know, he's a criminal, and it's like he in and out of jail. And first it's just all corruption because he's a shooter. You know, man does just bail him out one time. As he get catch and go on in his, he just back out. You know, it's all this system all on corruption and bribery. Hmm. Hey. Yeah, it's in Matthew 24 and 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Yeah, iniquity abounding, as as the level of wickedness is just actually raising, you know, because hey, these wicked criminals out there think what, yeah, work done hard. So the next resort is to what? Is to rob, to kill, you know, that crime life. Hmm. So because iniquity shall abound, and it's all gonna get worse because the system and economy is gonna keep depreciating. More jobs are gonna be lost, you know. Food prices is gonna increase. Hey, come on, take a look at it. You know, a lot of parents had their children to send to school, so that make it even more tough. And hey, the prices are utensils and 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 gadgets for school 5 years, and the price from now, it's like raised 3 times more. You know, and hey, our salary haven't raised, so hey, things actually just getting more tough, and it's gonna continue to get worse because this place here is about to crash. That's why we ought not to, you know, lay up treasures upon this place. You know, we all had to discern the times. We all had to discern the times that we're living in. Hey, I hope this short lesson was edifying. You know, double honors unto the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Salutation to all the Archeans out there. Shalom.